Does Jamaica have more than one island? I don't know. I don't think so. That might be a spoiler. Let me not tell too much.
Dreams away to the summer sunset on a holy night on a long black road. All the tears I fight, 16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my.
Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about the books that I read in April. So first we have my first 5-star series, Black Summer Island. That's the series, and it's by Lauren Lacey. And we have the first book is The Break She Needed, and then we have The Family She Found, and lastly we have The Forever She Deserved. This book gave me all the feels. So we're following 3 friends from Atlanta, Georgia. Initially, they're going on vacation to this Black Summer Island. So Black Summer Island reminds me of Jamaica, or it might be Jamaica. So they get there and they meet these 3 brothers individually, of course, because each friend has their own book, right? And so they meet these brothers, the Kingston brothers. And the Kingston brothers did not come to play, ladies and gentlemen. I am here for that ride. It took you on an emotional journey. There is some spice, so the spice is spicing. I give it about a 4-star because it was quite detailed, I must say myself. But I'm not going to go on about that book because I did give this series its own video. So make sure you check that video out. Next, we have Acts of Forgiveness. I'm so sorry. I was hoping that we could have gotten some commentary because this is my first buddy read with my husband, and we collectively gave that book 4 stars. So we have Willie, who is she is taking control of her family. And so she started off with wanting to be a journalist, and she went off to school to do that. And then upon graduation, it was put upon her that she actually needed to come back home to Philadelphia to save her family's construction business. In the midst of doing that, she does get pregnant and with Paloma, her daughter, and there's her life, her family, the business, and her daughter. There is Acts of Forgiveness. So it's this act imposed by the First Lady President of the United States. Says if you can prove that you are in fact a descendant of slaves, then you will be entitled to up to, very important there, up to $175,000. What the president is hoping at that time was hoping to do was to apologize for slavery. We go on this journey with Willie and her family as they uncover I don't want to say secrets, but they just uncover some things about their family that they did not know, and some things that I think some people didn't want to talk about. It was a pretty good book, very good for a buddy read because it definitely had some dialogue that we could get into and to talk about. The next book that I read, First Lie Win. This is by Ashley Elston. Now this book, I don't know why I picked this book up. I think I've been seeing it around and the girlies were really going up for it. And then when I went to reserve it on Miss Libby app, and I was like, this book must be really good. I was getting some really good reviews because the girls, they want this book. So I said, well, I want it too. So I got it on Audible faster than I was able to get it on Libby, and I went through it. Now, let me tell you this. I gave this book 3 stars because this is what y'all wanted. This is what the 400 people, this is what y'all waiting on. The book follows this young lady. She's living a double life, and she works for this person that she doesn't even know what this person looks like. And so she has to infiltrate certain people's lives to get like a certain thing, like maybe like, let's pretend this is a flash drive. So a flash drive, she has to retrieve that, and then she'll go back into hiding until she pops up again for the next job to get something that this high-paying client needs. That might be a spoiler. Let me not tell too much. Well, let me tell you why I gave this book 3 stars. Because in the end, it felt very rushed. And I wanted to know more about some other characters and how their situation wrapped up. And the author didn't do that for me. So 3 stars for you, babe. Next, we have Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. Yes. This was a book club read for my virtual book club. Going into this book, when I was reading the first couple of chapters, I was like, this book is sad. So we have Melody, who has cerebral palsy, and she can't walk and she can't talk. So throughout the book, we are in her head, and she's telling us about situations that she's going through, but she can't voice her opinion to her parents, to her teachers, to her caregivers, or anyone, the doctors. And she's sick of it, okay? This little girl, she's like, I am not dumb in here. Just because I can't walk and I can't talk, that doesn't mean that I'm not smart. And so what we see in this book was phenomenal. How Melody, although she has all these disabilities, she still thrived. And when I tell you the best thing, this might be a little spoiler. Give y'all some time to click away. The best thing that happened to this little girl was the reading machine, because she was asked by one of her caregivers, if you could read or if you could talk, which one would you rather do? And she said, I want to talk. So they found this machine that she's able to like give out simple sentences. And that was a game changer, because at some point she even had some phrases programmed. So it was in one point of the book, she was throwing shade and she hit this little button. I said, yes, Melody, you better tell them. You better let them know you're not the one or the two, okay? So shout out to her. And this book has 2 other books, because it only goes up until Melody is 11. And the things that she went through at the age of 11 were crazy. That might be something I'll get into later. And the last book that I read in April was Defensive Stance by Kesha Thompson. Now this book was recommended by, I was influenced to read this book by Talia Cadet over on TikTok. She's phenomenal. I love a black woman that, for one, go up for Beyonce. You're going to get me there. And then 2, is comfortable with who she is. And then 3, is a reading girly. Like, what are we reading? What are we getting into? So I love it. Make sure you check her out over on TikTok. But Defensive Stance follows Salone and Dion. So this is given fake dating. Dion is a basketball player, but he's a troubled one. And he's getting into a lot of trouble. And so he has to clean up his image, so to speak. He recruits Salone to come in and be his fake girlfriend. Salone does have a son. And so, you know, that comes with the package. And along the way, they, you know, get close. So we have some ups and downs with that. I really enjoyed this book. I gave this book 4 stars. I'm looking forward to reading the next book, Jump Ball. Well, if you've made it this far in this video, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment to this video. And don't forget to share this content with another fellow baby reader. And until next time, bye.